Hi, Teresa here, and I am in our healing home here in Honolulu with April Williams and her new son,
Yes.
Emmanuel.
Yes, yes.
And April is a single mom, and I am coaching, training, and supporting her in a new venture on healing homes, learning how to raise income so that she, as a single mom, can support her son and create a nice livelihood, but be home full-time and do things that she loves doing. And so we're going to spend a few minutes, maybe about 10 minutes, talking about April's background and more specifically answer some of her questions about healing homes. How can someone who right now is without home, right? And what we can do for women like April, single moms that really want to be home but be able to have a nice lifestyle. Let's talk a little bit about what we've been doing with healing homes and our interest and how we came together. You want to share a little bit about how we met and what we've been doing?
Well, Teresa met a plant of mine that I loved very much before she actually met me, and she loved the energy of plants. Plants do communicate with us, and they offer the best of themselves to us. So it was nice that she was able to share that in one of her classes for juicing.
She was living with Doc Daniels, if you watched my video on juicing. And I was at his home and I saw this plant and I said, "Can I take it?" And he said, "Yeah." And I did, and it was amazing. Plants really speak to you, don't they?
Yes, yes, they do.
And I later learned to find when she came back on island, I felt really bad and I gave her back the plant. But I made this amazing friend, and we started discussing all the extraordinary things that plants do as healing, for healing modalities, but more specifically your background. And I got really excited about her background, and so it's been about a year, has it?
I would say so.
About a year. We spent about a year collaborating, discussing, and testing some different approaches, but you got to tell us a little bit about your education and your background and what you did at the University of Hawaii.
I actually got my degree, a bachelor's degree from the University of Hawaii in plant and environmental biotechnology under the microbiosciences and bioengineering program, and my emphasis was in microbiology. And what I did at UH was we're a little bit behind the farmers, and so we were studying aquaponics and its overall usefulness in terms of how people could utilize an in-home or a small farming system that produced both fish, if you wanted that, as well as vegetative properties, or vegetation, plants.
That was a match made in heaven. As we started to learn more about it, was magic. It was the Hawaiian Islands bringing us together. And so a year later, what we're doing, especially here in this small little apartment, you watched me get it furnished and set up for juicing, cleansing, and following a very structured protocol in order to reverse chronic disease and degenerative diseases and the aging process. And so we're calling it Healing Homes. And April and I have spent the last, 2 weeks setting up our Pearl City home.
Yes.
And we're setting it up for growing with towers. And then you'll see we've taught April how to make some mini towers. And I left her some mini towers right before you went into labor. I sent them home with her. And so you're going to start to see how someone, especially a single mom, I designed some programs for single moms to be able to create an extraordinary lifestyle, being home full-time and learning some of these things that April's going to, in a sense, manage for us. So this is a little mini tower. We made this cute little, you got to see how James made these cute little cement vases out of towers, just to make it look a little pretty. These are actually silk flowers, but we've grown live flowers and live vegetables. In fact, the 7 leafy vegetables for our Gerson green drink. And so, any thoughts of what we're doing, what we had to do at the Pearl City House, some of the issues that we've had to come across? And this is not unique to just the Pearl City House or April or myself. Any new mother or mother without a home is going to struggle to figure out, how do I make a livelihood, right?
Yes.
How do I get into a home if I can't even qualify for rent or any of those? So those are some of the things that we're doing. But at the Pearl City House, if you wouldn't mind sharing, let's see, we got towers set up. That was a little effort.
Yes, we got some really lovely towers that Teresa already had on her property. It was really easy for me to kind of set those up. We actually,
and then we went out to your
cousin's
house in where?
In Pahoa.
And we got fresh
watercress.
Watercress growing in a natural spring. In a hydroponics, aquaponics environment, but all natural. It was heaven. His family's property is just amazing. But something else that you didn't share in your background at UH as you got your degree is the research work you did with plants.
Oh yes. Well, I was able to study. We were using, instead of doing the floating system, which is traditional for aquaponics, the crack key float system, we started looking at volcanic cinder, which is another medium that is plentiful here on the islands, and another local resource, because we're having to fly in all the styrofoam and all these things that people are trying to utilize on their farms. Well, the volcanic cinder is here. It actually grows some of the best, largest, strongest vegetables, and I was able to win best oral presentation in my school that year at the.
So you got to tell them about the study, because we just went out to that Maury's Garden where you based your study on. So if you want to talk a little bit about that, because we're actually looking at having Maury's Garden, and you'll learn more about that. Provide our little starters for 7 vegetables, but more than that, the Paradise Garden side, being able to put flowers, and this is just a little demo, but we actually do this with live cut flowers in order to teach a woman how to grow without having to learn anything. You literally just go to Walmart or any florist, buy cut flowers, put them in here, decorate them just like these are, and turn the pump on with a little bit of nutrients, and those flowers grow and grow and grow. And our game plan is, hopefully you'll love it, and you'll get a second little mini tower so we can develop, home deliver fresh little mini, endive, escarole, red leaf lettuce, romaine lettuce, Swiss chard, watercress, beets, and bell peppers. And so this little home, we've been collaborating together on. We had a little lanai. It's a little deck if you're not from Hawaii. And we're actually, with her background in plant science, making sure that the plant gets the nutrients and that we can grow a living garden in your home. And that's Paradise Gardens in your home. And then the other part is the juicing part, but more importantly, the ability to track the effect and success on live nutrients in your body. And using a biophotonic scanner to test the effects. So we're going to run health awareness trials to be able to show if they were grown in that volcanic cinder versus if you bought it in the grocery store versus if you got it from Ari's Garden versus, and actually be able to show some tests, simple tests, on how you can really help create healing environment in your home. And let's see, anything else that we're doing? Oh, okay, so I had this great vision of that horrendous pool in the backyard.
Yes, I'm really excited about it, actually.
All right, so we're collaborating on this. Oh, you'll get more information on that. But taking this black, mucky pool and turning it into
a working aquaponic feed for a rooftop garden.
this is two little girls playing in paradise with technology. And so, any last thoughts?
I definitely am inspired and am very thankful to have fallen on this path. So finally being able to bridge science with spirit, utilizing these plants to help people heal themselves from the inside out, I think it's going to change the world.
And the most exciting part is learning this new balance with your son and yourself, and putting that as priority, and then creating this entrepreneur business that you can be from home. And so look for our next piece on healing homes through home exchange and becoming a home exchange broker.